dance for day. I see you. They told you you're not meant for this. Not true. Why you the foxy for me?
This is APEX1RADIO. This is Zoom on Olga.
Within you. I stand strong. I saw you there. And anyway, they try for broke me, but I stand strong. And anyway, a day ahead. They try for broke me, but I stand strong. I saw you there. And anyway, they try for broke me, but I stand strong. And anyway, baby, you lost again tonight. Maybe this is not your fight. See now, you go to cry all night. Sorry.
The distance between an excellent vocalist and palatable music is very negligible. When a singer is a good vocalist, their music is such that you cannot help being moved each time you listen to it. It is as simple as that. Every generation of musicians have their heroes and heroines whose styles are different. These ones distinguish themselves, perform extraordinarily, catch more attention, and get to the apex in no time. For one thing, a musician becomes successful when they have succeeded to leave an indelible impact on consumers of their songs. Now, it is easy to test this. Take your microphone down the streets, pronounce the name of an artist who you deem is remarkable, then get the feedback. Don't be surprised that every single audience member you would talk to would be positive. Such positive impressions are neither bought nor sold. They come from the bottom of the heart. Among such musicians who have succeeded to hold their audiences spellbound with great vocals and beautiful songs is Olga. Olga is a contemporary singer, Cameroonian by birth, solid in her music performance with a huge following. Of recent, the Yaoundé-based musician released a single which got everyone who has listened to it spellbound and on their feet. Stand Strong is waxing on strong and has strongly made Olga stronger and stronger in a world where women are fast becoming stronger than strong men. Olga is the reason for this show on radio today. Good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon, Europe. Good morning, America. And welcome to Zoom on Olga on APEX1RADIO. In a short while, we shall be bringing the heroine on board. She is the main guest on the show today. And Olga will be speaking live from Yaoundé. So don't go away.
Baby, you lost again today. Maybe it's not your place, this game. See how your friend he dance for day. I see you. They told you you're not meant for this. Not true. Why you the foxy for me? Who call you? They don't know your dream within you. I stand strong.
that's how we shall be standing strong today with Olga on APEX1 Radio. You're listening to Zoom on Olga. Greeting you from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. This day, Tuesday, the 27th of December, 2016. Okay, at exactly 8 minutes past 6 here in the studio. Imagine it's 8 minutes past midday in Yaoundé, Cameroon. Let's move now to the political capital of that great Central African country to meet our main guest on the show. Olga, welcome.
Oh, hi. Hi, I'm happy to be on the show.
How are you, Olga?
I'm fine, thank you.
Well, let's say Merry Christmas in arrears. How did you spend Christmas, Olga?
I spent Christmas with family. I came down to the southwest region and met my mom and my younger ones and spent Christmas there.
That's beautiful. So are you back to Yaoundé?
Actually, I'll be on my way in the shortest time. I'm not yet in Yaoundé. I'm still in the southwest region.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, Olga, you're welcome to the show. And like I mentioned earlier on, you're one of Cameroon's frontline contemporary artists whose following is quite huge. So we're happy to have you on board this great show. So, Olga, once again, you're welcome. Now, there are scores of Cameroonians and Africans who have come across Olga, who've listened to your music, especially Stand Strong, which is your latest single, and have fallen in love with the artist. But then there are others who haven't come across you yet, and they may like to use this golden opportunity to know who Olga is. So, can you tell us who is Olga?
Olga is a girl, Cameroonian girl, born and bred right here in the southwest region. I work a lot at studio levels. I work a lot for backup as a backup singer for artists. What can I say about Olga? Budding singer songwriter, trying to make it.
Beautiful. So, the name Olga, is that the name you were given at birth?
Yes, Olga is actually my name.
Okay.
It's my real name.
A lot of artists would love to use other names artistically or professionally. Why did you decide to use the name which you were given at birth?
I love the meaning. Olga means holy. Olga means successful. So I felt like it was a good fit for what I was trying to get, for where I was trying to go. So I decided to retain it.
Beautiful. And so, Olga, tell us, where did you grow up?
I grew up around the southwest region, Tico, Boya, a little bit in Kumba, a little bit of Kumba. We moved around a lot when I was growing up. So I could basically say I'm a child of both the northwest and the southwest regions because I went through all of my schooling in the northwest region and the rest of the time I spent it in the southwest region. So I grew up kind of in the northwest and the southwest region.
Right. And talking about education, Olga, take us through the campuses where you studied, from elementary to high school.
Primary school, nursery and primary school was in Moyoka. GBPS Moyoka. That's how I went to.
Right.
Nursery and primary school was in Moyoka. Then I went to PSS Mancon in Bamenda for 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, from 1 to upper state, PSS Mancon. So pure exam.
Beautiful. And so, higher education, University of Boya?
University of Boya, yes.
What did you study in UB?
I studied law.
Law. Can we know
law.
why you chose to study law?
Law was my parents' choice. I really didn't have a say. I wanted to study music, but it wasn't possible. So they were like, law is a good fit. You know, you can do almost anything else if you have a background in law. So I studied law.
Beautiful. Okay, so how is law helping Olga today? She's become an artist. Do you use the knowledge you have in law in your work?
Well, funny enough, maybe what I learned actually, I can't put it in music, but it does help me in another domain because I also have a job. I work also in Yaoundé, and I use the legal background in my application. I'm an administrator too. I don't know, I don't really think it gets into my music because I didn't complete it right to the level of the bar, so I can't say I'm a lawyer, but maybe the fact of studying so much and so hard built up that determination to always finish up anything I start.
Olga is her name. She is a strong woman, and you shall come to know why we describe her as such. The artist is speaking live from the southwest region of Cameroon on this special show. Call it Zoom on Olga. Olga, once again, welcome to the show. Thanks so much for joining us on APEX1 Radio. So I'm going to let you catch your breath for just a couple of minutes. Then when we come back, we shall dive into the topic of the day. That is Olga and music.
Thank you so much.
People be vexed the matter because she a city waka, if family hala. Place no day here for you, but still he come with embarrassment for he heart. See finally he reach place where Jesus be there. And even though he talk nothing, oh man, understand what's in me. I see taking most expensive perfume, pour am on for Jesus' food. I don't come forgive. All I be like the oil when Mary give for Jesus. No overvex if I wash your food with my tears and I dry with
beautiful piece of music there by Olga. The comments have started coming in. We have this listener who is writing from Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh yes, she is my artist. I love Olga. Thanks for bringing her on the airwaves. APEX1 Radio. Priscilla, not Cecilia, Priscilla Adenui, writing from Cincinnati. Thank you so much, Priscilla. And the show has just begun. Olga will be joining us back on the airwaves in just a couple of minutes. This is Zoom on Olga, reaching you from APEX1 Radio. We're broadcasting from Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. Don't go away.
I know feet forget the way my life used to be. I be prisoner for the thing them way I be to do. I be spend all my time, put my heart, my soul and my mind for the thing them way I be consider my treasure, yeah. Until that day where Jesus become, he touched my soul. Save my life, and now I give us payback. Oh, my praise. He don't forgive me, and so he be my God. I don't come forgive. Jesus, yeah, I beg no overvex if I wash your food.
In the course of the show, you shall be listening to other artists talk about our artists of the day. Vumumse, BC, BK, Ruth Kikweti. They are all frontline Cameroonian artists. They shall be telling us about Olga. They have their own stories to tell about our heroine of the day. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, now, Olga, let's get into music. A lot of artists would tell you that their gift of music could be traced way back from their Sunday school days. Is that the case with you as well?
Yeah, yes and no. I was able to sing right from a young age, but I didn't sing a lot because I was too shy. So I wouldn't say I used to sing in church and all of that. I didn't. I just sang at home all by myself.
Beautiful. And do you have family members who kind of showed interest in singing as well and would have been part of your inspiration?
Yes, I had a few cousins who were doing music when I was younger, and it was always interesting to watch them because they had music, like music studios and all of that. And by that time, I was not into professional music, so it was really interesting to see it, and they always encouraged me to do it.
Right. And do you have anyone in the family or even out of your family who kind of told you to pursue your dreams in singing?
No.
Oh, okay.
When I grew, no.
Okay. So what about choral groups, a cappella groups? I understand that in Cameroon, west of the Mungo, a cappella groups are a common phenomenon. So have you ever been part of such?
I have been part of groups, but never for a long period of time. I've worked alone for the most part. I joined a choir for a short while, and sometimes when certain groups have concerts, they could invite me to be a part, but just for that project. So I've never really been a part of a music group, as we could call it.
At what point did you decide that you were getting into professional music, and what was your motivation?
I started to get into professional music in 2005. I met with Emil Ngumba of M1 Studio right here in Boya.
Okay.
She was the first person who gave me a shot at singing, and when I was there with Ashal and a lot of other good singers, and when I saw how good they were, I decided I wanted to go a little bit further with my talent. I didn't want to just sit and sing at home as I had been doing. I wanted to actually work and do it right and do it professionally, get paid for it as a good thing.
That's beautiful. Okay. And tell me, what was your experience with the M1 studio in Moliko Boya? We understand that this is one of the epicenters of music in English-speaking Cameroon. So what was your experience working with M1 studio at Emil Ngumba?
It was hard. He's a hard teacher.
Wow.
But he pushes you. He pushes you beyond your limits. That's what I call hard. He doesn't fetch you. If you're speaking wrong, he doesn't tell you, oh, it's okay, you're good. He was hard, he was pushful, and it was either you survive or you get out of the way. So he actually made you decide if you want to do music or not. That was the way he did it, yeah.
We have this reaction from a listener in Columbus, Ohio. Her name is Rita. She says, "Stand Strong is my song. Keep it up, Olga." The comments are coming. Keep them flowing. This is APEX1RADIO. You're listening to Zoom on Olga, a special show that pays tribute to one of Cameroon's frontline contemporary artists. She is young, yet so talented. Olga is speaking live from the southwest region of the country. So, Olga, for how long have you been in music now, generally speaking? That is from when you started having relationships with music.
I start calculating generally from when I first stepped into a studio, which is 2005. So I could say about
11 years now.
10 years. Yeah, about 11 years
Right.
now.
And how,
2005 to now.
and how many albums or singles have you been able to produce so far?
I have put out 2 singles. I put out one in 2013, but I didn't do any promotion for that. It was titled You. It's on YouTube. And then I put out Stand Strong this year.
Okay. That's beautiful.
So just 2.
So, in terms of songs, how many have you composed? That is, including the ones that have not been produced.
I compose a lot more often than I sing, than I record. So I have composed, let's say, completed songs, about 80. But yeah, that might look like a lot, but to a writer, it's actually not much, because when you compose and you keep, scrapping the songs, you write something, it's something that you're like, no, this is not good, so you put it aside.
Okay.
So it's actually not a lot.
And you are said to be specialized in covers. I'll first of all like us to know what covers mean, because some listeners may be coming across this term for the very first time. So, what are covers, musically speaking?
A cover is when you interpret another person's song and you put your own inspiration in it. So it's kind of and you put it out, for the public's appreciation. It's kind of like just taking a popular song or any song that you like,
okay.
Which when you listen to it, you have a different inspiration, and then you kind of present to the public what that song inspired you to do. It's understood that the song is not yours.
Okay.
It's just your version of that artist's song. Yeah.
So why the interest in covers, and how many of these have you done?
Till date, I've done 6 covers, which I've put out. I've done a few more, which I haven't yet put out, but I've put out 6 right now. And I got interested in covers by chance. To teach myself, since I've never done, official music training, to teach myself to be more flexible in writing and composition, I used to translate songs to different languages, sometimes in French, sometimes in Pidgin, sometimes in the dialect. So I used to sit with friends and, I'd sing it to them and get their reactions. And they particularly loved the songs I did in Pidgin English. And so one day I was like, can I put this online and see how the reaction, and it was explosive. So I started to do more. That's it.
Right. So,
Yeah.
tell me, why did you choose to do covers for the tracks you've done covers for?
Okay. I choose which songs I do covers for depending on what I feel.
Okay.
Sometimes you get a song and you connect to the song, you understand its meaning, it speaks to you, and so you can easily present it to your own public. So I choose the songs based on what I feel about it and based on how proper my translation can be, because you also don't want to disrespect the song as they can call it. You don't want to take a great song and make it terrible. So I also choose songs that I can make either as good or maybe even better. That is.
2 singles in 2013, 1 in 2016, 80 completed songs, 6 covers. The repertoire of Olga, young yet so talented, a great vocalist, singer par excellence. This is Zoom on Olga on APEX1 Radio. Olga, just catch your breath, then we shall be back with you.
Hello? Excuse me?
We shall be back with you, Olga. Just catch your breath.
Okay.
Separate. As I look from afar, I don't go tired.
And that one is titled Hello.
For the way I do, but you need the answer.
The Pidgin version done by Olga.
As I look from backside, at least I
Just right ahead, we shall listen to the first artist who has a story to tell about this great Cameroonian musician.
You know even want me again. I said, how you did? I know say I over like for talk about only me, her body. You there well. I hope say you be succeed for bidas for limbe no news. You and me we need for fix the thing. I salute from afar. I don't go tired.
Zoom on Olga. Another message from Lumkarine. She's writing from Bamenda, Cameroon. What an inspirational piece of music. Hello, Olga. I love your songs. Thank you so much, Lum. Keep the comments coming. This is Zoom on Olga on APEX1 Radio.
Again. From afar, I don't go tired. For tell you say sorry. For the way I do, but you need the answer, or you don't block me too. I salute from backside.
APEX1 Radio, you're listening to a special Zoom on the artist Olga. Olga has been endorsed by scores of her colleagues, musicians, one of whom is Canada-based Cameroonian singer Missy BK, who now joins us from Montreal. Missy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
How are you?
How are you doing today?
I'm all right.
I'm good.
Okay. So how is Montreal today?
Very, very cold. It's freezing, icy cold. It's very cold.
It's the season. But then we're making it warm on APEX1 Radio, since we're talking about Olga, who is a very talented artist. And so, Missy BK, tell us, for how long have you known this young Cameroonian musician, and how did you get to know Olga?
Oh, well, I can't tell. I can say that I really know her like for a long time. I got to know her through WhatsApp, because we have a group on WhatsApp for Myra. So we are working on a song. So she happened to be a part of this, the girls in the group. So that's how I got to know her, and I had a chance to talk with her a few times, and yeah, so that's how I got to know her.
Right. So she has a couple of songs released already. How many of these songs have you come across?
I think after I watched her video Stand Strong, I watched some of her cover versions. She did a cover version for a couple of songs in Pidgin, and that was actually impressive. I love that.
Right. And so, a couple of weeks ago, she released Stand Strong, which is her latest single. Tell me, when you first listened to that song, what was your reaction?
It's not only listening to the song, but actually watching the videos, because it's a song that anybody can relate to. It's an inspiring song, you know. Whenever you listen to that song, you feel like you're already strong. You feel, you know,
Right.
no matter what you're going through, you know, sometimes you go through that storm long enough. And when you are in that stress moment, or when you are going through a difficult time and you hear a song like that, you know, it keeps you awake. It makes you stronger, and that's actually the message that she has across in that song.
Her name is Missy BK. She's on the airwaves of APEX1 Radio today. Not to talk about her own music or her career, but to talk about the music and the career of one of her colleagues, Olga, whom we are honoring on APEX1 Radio today. Missy BK, just a couple of seconds here. I'll be back with you. Time for us to savor Stand Strong once again.
Thank you.
I Stand Strong. Olga, beautiful piece of music there. We are speaking with Missy BK, Cameroonian artist based in Canada, and she's giving her own appraisal of this young Cameroonian musician. Now, Missy, tell me, you would have observed Olga for quite a while now. What do you make of this musician? What attracts you to her music?
I think the kind of music she's trying to do is also a line of music that I personally listen to. You know, music is not all about noise. Music is not all about, you know, just say whatever. Music is storytelling. Music is, you know, it depends what the goal is for every artist, you know. For me, I believe in passing across a message, motivating, or, you know, thinking about life stories. And when I look at Olga and the road she's taking, it's actually a road that will heal many hearts. You know, there are doctors, you know, that heal people. There are also doctors in music that heal people's hearts and wounds and souls. And I think that's somebody that she could possibly be in her own domain.
You are one of those who likes to work with other artists. Would you be pleased someday if you have the chance to work with young Olga?
Why not? We are in an industry where you tell yourself if you have a chance to share that art with another person, you know, a combination could be great. So it could be something possible in the nearest future.
That's beautiful. And so, Missy, if you have an advice for this colleague of yours, what would you tell Olga?
She's in the same domain as we are, and as she's coming into the scene, there are certain things that you can actually advise somebody, but you can just say, no matter what, like she says, no matter what you go through, no matter the roads that you're going to take, because the industry is very tough, and, you know, she needs to stand strong, and she needs to look forward, because there will be a lot of obstacles on the way, especially in this industry, because the road might be very rocky. But we need to stay positive, and we need to be goal-oriented. So she just needs to know exactly where she wants to be. Because if you know exactly where you want to be in 10 years, God is the one to take us there. But at least we need to know where we are heading to, because if we don't know precisely our direction, then we will lose track and we'll get discouraged and then we'll fall down. So the only thing I'm going to tell her is to focus on whatever goal she's got.
Focus on whatever goal you've set for yourself. Olga needs to know where exactly she needs to be. Message from colleague Missy BK. Missy, we want to thank you so much for making your voice heard on this show.
You're welcome.
Do have a fantastic rest of the day out there in Montreal.
This is not your fighting now. You go to cry all night. I'm sorry. I told you you're not good enough. Hey, not them be apart, baby. They don't know your dream within you now. I stand strong, I saw it, and anyway, they try for broke me, but I stand strong, and anyway, I day ahead. They try for broke me, but I stand strong. I said, Nami. I be the wonder if you go like for talk as time don't pass. Make we settle the thing. They be say time go make 'em better. Better this still suffer. I said, you the hear me. I dey ya one day to think about the way we'll be. Time way we be small. You don't stay so I don't forget the way we'll be dating, then don't change. Between
Beautiful piece of music there titled Hello. It is a cover done by Olga. You're listening to Zoom on Olga, reaching you from APEX1 Radio this day, December the 27th, 2016. This show is produced by Maxel Attic from our Val Switzerland studio, and of course hosted by Ernest Kanjo in Columbus, Ohio. And so here comes another listener. My name is Mensa. I am a Ghanaian. I listen to Stand Strong countless times every day. It is a smashing piece of song. Thank you so much, Mensa. Mensa says he's writing from Arizona, USA. Let's go back to Cameroon, where Olga has been on standby. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So, Olga, a while ago, we were listening there to Missy BK, one of Cameroon's frontline artists in the diaspora. Talking about you,
Yes.
what is your reaction? Is there anything Missy said which you think was out of place, or you think that she was on the point?
I listened to her and I really appreciated everything she said. Wow. Thank you so much, Nick, for listening to this. This was such warm words. As she said, we've met mostly on social media, and we haven't really had time to talk one-on-one, but it was a fine rapport, and I really love her, and I respect her talent so much. She's so good. So thank you so much for the words of advice. Wow. Thank you.
Right. And she said in the conversation that she would be glad to work with you if the opportunity arises. Is that the case with you as well?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
I'm looking forward
Beautiful.
to that.
Okay. So, Olga, let us talk a little bit about Hello, which you did a couple of years ago. And I would recall that it actually received a positive feedback, quite amazing feedback. Did you expect this reaction from people?
No, when I started the covers, especially, the reaction from the covers is actually surprising. It took me a few weeks to actually see how big it had become, because all I could see was what I could get from Facebook, and then I started getting people who would call me or who would meet me on the street and like, "You're the person who did Adele Kano," and I kind of saw how far it had gone. It was such a nice surprise. I was pleasantly surprised. I was so happy.
Right. One of the songs you've done is Someone Like You. What was the reaction from your fans after you did this song?
Someone Like You. Fun fact: Someone Like You was done with my phone. I told somebody that the other day, and they were so shocked. Someone Like You. I disturbed a friend of mine who had a nice piano, and I'm like, "Can you help me just like hold the phone and we play the instrumentals and I did it." No recording, no CD recording. That was the first try I had done on any cover. So I was just putting it online to get public reaction if they like it, because my friends at home had liked it. And I came up the next day and it was going viral. And I was like, what?
Beautiful. Okay.
It was so nice.
Right. So there is this song which I played a while ago whose title is very complex to me, Alabaster Box. What does that mean?
Yeah. Alabaster Box. It's the name of the jar which the prostitute in the Bible approached Jesus with, the woman who was scorned.
Okay.
The prostitute. She approached Jesus. Yeah, she had perfume, which was her most prized possession.
Right.
And she brought it to Jesus in the alabaster box.
Right. So how did you come about with this song?
The original song is by Fifi Winans. I've always loved it. So I thought about the fact that, the original song was written by Fifi Winans, a gospel singer. So I realized I had never done a gospel cover, and I decided to choose that song to use. It has a beautiful meaning. So I wanted people to, share. I really love the song. I wanted to share it with people.
Right. Okay, we have this other listener, Feline. She's writing from Douala, Cameroon, and she says, my song in her collection is Feelings. Keep it up, Olga. That is Feline writing to us from Douala, Cameroon. Tell us about Feelings.
Thank you. Feelings. By the way, thank you to everybody who's writing and commenting. Your words are really touching. Thank you so much. Feelings is a poem.
Okay.
Feelings is a poem. It's also a cover, but I wrote this one in the form of a poem. The original artist is India Ali. So I do spoken word poetry, and then I listened to the instrumentals of that song, inspired the poem. And although the poem, the words are mine, I still call it a cover because the original song is someone else's. So Feelings is just talking about this girl who meets a guy, and she's like, she doesn't accept his advances, and once she starts missing him so badly, and she writes an open letter through a song, and it's like, in case you're listening to this, I'm thinking about you, and I can't forget you.
Beautiful. Her name is Olga. She's speaking live from Cameroon. Olga is a frontline musician in Cameroon. She is young. I'll keep saying it. She's young, yet so talented. She's had a lot of positive feedback. Now, Olga, in one of your videos, I see you in the company of an acoustic guitar. Tell us, how good do you play the guitar?
Oh my God. I do know that for some reason a lot of people think I'm an expert at the guitar. I am going to be in the shortest while because I can play just basic songs on the guitar actually. I use the guitar to compose, the guitar and the piano to compose my songs, but I know just the bass chord. But I'm taking classes right now to learn, so maybe hopefully by the end of next year I'll be an expert. And I can do some songs where I'm actually playing.
Beautiful. Okay. Olga is and her name, and she's speaking live on Apex One Radio. Still to come, we listen to Vo Momse. He is a Cameroonian gospel music artist based in the United States of America. And of course, we shall also listen to Olga's biological sister. She is a great actress. When she comes on the airwaves, she will tell the story of young Olga in the family as she was growing up in music. This is someone Olga. Let's listen to some music, then we'll be right back.
At least I don't try. For tell you, say I'm sorry. As I broke your heart, but escape it matter. You know even want me again. I said, how you did? I know say I over like for talk about only me, her body. You there well. I hope say you be succeed for be that for limbe no na news. You and me we need for fix the thing.
The very beautiful and soul-searching version of Hello. Olga is her name. She is the heroine on board on Apex One Radio this day, Tuesday, the 27th of December, 2016.
Oh, you don't block me too. I salute from backside. At least I don't try.
Skillful way of putting it in pidgin. Olga is her name. She now joins us back from Cameroon. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, apart from the M1 studio in Moliko Boya, where you've worked, where else have you worked, Olga?
Apart from M1 Studio, I worked at M1 Studio, G3 Studio in Yaoundé, and Dream Foundation Studio. I've also worked at the Big Compound, DJ Puzzle Studio in Douala.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, those are the ones where I've actually done music at, but there are a whole other, there's a lot of other studios where I just work for other artists. But my personal songs are in those 4 studios.
Right. Now, Olga, take us back to your first studio experience. Where was that? And how did it go?
My first studio experience was at M1 2005, as I had explained. It was just me approaching Emil. I think I met him through a friend, I don't really remember. And I told him I wanted to sing, and he told me to get into the box and show him what I could do. And I got in, but I wasn't too good. I wasn't very good.
Right.
But he gave me a shot. Yeah, he gave me a shot. He gave me a chance to try out and to keep learning.
Now, with which other artists have you worked, and how did you find the experience working with them?
Okay. I haven't yet collaborated with any artist, because this is the first song I'm putting out, and this is the first song which I actually give publicity and promotion for. So I'm going to collaborate with them now, but I've done mostly backup work, studio work for the other artists, APEX1RADIO. I've worked on the stage with Sandy, Vianney, and, well, a host of them, mostly just backup and concerts, choruses, writing lyrics for a few, and all of that. So I haven't yet collaborated with any.
Okay. Let us talk about your songwriting experience. I understand you've written quite a good number of songs. Tell us how the process goes with you, from when you get inspired, from conception to completion.
Songwriting. Everything inspires me to write. What I see, what I feel, what I experience through people. Sometimes, you could be around a person and you watch what could happen to them, or just the way they see life through my eyes, life through the eyes of others. It inspires me to write, yeah. And sometimes even movies, sound, any little thing can inspire a song, actually.
Right. And so when you get inspired, tell us how it happens. Do you just jump out of your bed, then pick up your pen, scribble down a few notes, and record? Or how does it happen?
Sometimes it's exactly like that. Because if you don't write down what came to mind, you could forget. So sometimes I record it with my phone, sometimes I write it down, and sometimes it just comes as a full song, and I just record it on the spot on my phone. I write down all the words and the way the instruments have to flow, and everything just comes down. Yeah.
Okay, we have this listener. He's called Paul. He's writing from Cleveland, Ohio. He says, I enjoy the way she does it in pidgin. I enjoy the way she does it in pidgin. Now, Olga, tell us about your relationship with pidgin in songs. How did that come about? And why did you decide to choose doing the covers mostly in pidgin?
Well, first of all, almost every English-speaking person here can speak in pidgin, so that came easy, speaking in pidgin. I chose to do it particularly in pidgin because by the time I started covers, I realized everybody was doing covers, and I wanted something a little different. Especially, I wanted to do Adele, Someone Like You, and there were like thousands of other persons who had already done the song in English and in French and maybe in other languages. So I said, what could set me aside? What could make me unique? And pidgin English, so I decided to translate it to pidgin. That's just it.
Right. We have a question from the listener who just made a comment about your pidgin. He's saying, he's asking, is it so easy to sing in pidgin? Because you create the impression when you're singing that it is. Is that the case? Is it easy to do it in pidgin?
Is it easy to create in pidgin? No, it's not.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's actually not easy to create in any language because you have to be true to the original artist's message. So I ended up, what I do when I'm creating in pidgin is I don't translate the song, I interpret it.
Okay.
So when I try to translate, it sometimes makes no sense, and the pidgin words you want to use don't come out smoothly. So for it to look as smooth and to flow clean the way I hope they sound, I interpret. I get the whole paragraph and I'm like, okay, what was the artist trying to say here? Then I use my own words. That's what you can hear in Adele's Hello. You hear about, I hope so you be that heart for Limbe, because Adele was saying, I hope you succeeded in your dreams, and in my case, I was like, okay, maybe the dream is going to be the house the guy wanted to build in Limbe. So.
Right. Now, it's been observed that your pidgin is quite different from the one you would find with numerous urban artists nowadays. Has someone made that remark to you, and tell us if that is what you think?
Yes, sir. I've heard that. People have told me that. I think It's the same pidgin I speak, so I guess it's just maybe from where I grew up. And also, I really was trying very hard to write Cameroon English because sometimes pidgin could get confused with that of Nigeria and Ghana. So I wanted it to be Cameroon pidgin. So I tried to put in the same phrases we would normally put or the same expressions, exclamations we normally do. So I tried to make it Cameroonian as possible.
Beautiful. Her name is Olga. She's live on APEX1 Radio, and you're listening to her beautiful songs and, of course, the story behind these great Cameroonian artists. We have another listener who is writing to us from Kumbo, that is in the northwest region of Cameroon, and his name is Venzekov. Venzekov writes, Olga is my favorite singer. I get so emotional each time I listen to her. Kudos, Olga. Keep the ball rolling. Okay, thank you so much, Vezekov, writing from Kumbo, Cameroon. Keep the comments coming. Okay, Olga, I'll enjoin you to catch your breath again. Time for us to move to the next artist who also has an endorsement for you. Don't just go away, our listeners. This is APEX1 Radio.
I know say I overlike for talk about only me, her body. You there well. Baby, you lost again today. Maybe it's not your place.
Stand Strong, beautiful piece of music by Olga, and we are zooming on the artists in the special show on APEX1 Radio this day. And like I have said earlier on, lots and lots of artists have been giving their appraisal of this piece of music, and of course talking about the career of Olga, whom they say is quite rich. And one of them is Vobomse, who is also here to give his own endorsement on Olga, the main artist on the show today. And from Michigan, United States of America, Vobomse now joins us. Vobomse, welcome to the show.
Hello. Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm all right. We thank God, Vobomse. You are a gospel artist and one of those who have a very good appreciation of music as well. And I realized that you had a penchant for Stand Strong by Olga. So tell me, for how long have you known this artist?
Well, I've known her for about 2 years. She's known her for about 2 years. Yeah, I went online one time, because I'm one of those artists that do my research. So I went online one time and I listened to her. I think the song that she did was a cover for Adele's song, Hello.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, she did the pidgin version. And it was so good. I was like, wow, who is this lady? Then I went back and started listening to other things that she's done.
Right.
I was like, wow, she's amazing. She got an amazing voice. And the way she changes the song from English to pidgin English, as we call it. I mean, I was amazed. It was really amazing.
Right. So, apart from Adele, which other songs have you gone through? We shall talk about Stand Strong later on. But which other songs have you gone through?
I think I've listened to another one that the title was "If It's Not You" or something like that. That one she did it in English though, but she did it in English. I've listened to Stand Strong and mainly Adele, the Adele version of You of Hello. I mean her version of Adele's Hello. Yeah.
Right. Now let's talk about the Stand Strong single, which happens to be her latest release a couple of weeks ago. When you first listened to it, what was your reaction?
Man, I was like, is this a gospel song? Is this, what kind of song is this? I was like, wow, it's very, very inspirational. You know, when I first listened to it, like I said, I don't know her personally, but her work is so amazing. I went on ahead and I changed I've never done that before. I went on ahead and I changed my Facebook post, my Facebook picture to her picture. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You may think I know her. I don't know her. I've never spoken to her. But I think I chatted with her one time, just telling her, or I left a comment, like just telling her how amazing she was. You know. So I just went on ahead and I changed my Facebook profile picture to her picture. You know what I mean? So I was like, wow. When I listened to the lyrics, it was so amazing. Very, very, very inspirational. Very inspirational. You know, these days, all we hear sometimes, all we hear sometimes is about this girl, that girl, this girl, how you look amazing, how your bottom, this and that, all those kind of stuff. But that song really, really, really moved me. And the message of that song, I mean, everybody needs to listen to that song. It's like my own way, the way that I related to that song is my life. You know, there are a lot of things that I've done in my life that people told me that I'm just pushing. I can't do it. Like people told me flat out that I cannot do it.
Right.
But I noticed that most of those things that people told me I could not do, those are the things that I can do so well. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah. So that 10 song, man, it's a very, very inspiration. That song can inspire anybody, especially anybody that ever told you can't do this, you can't do that. Seriously.
Now, there are songs which you can always be caught listening to. I know there are songs which I would listen to from time to time, again and again. Is Stand Strong that kind of song which you would always listen to?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think that was a comment that I made. I said this song, it's on replay. You know what I mean? It's on replay, and also it's also in the language that that I know, that I grew up knowing, then mixed with some English and stuff like that. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can put it on replay for 24 hours, and I would see, because it's an inspiring song. You know what I mean?
Right.
Tell me, who doesn't want to be inspired? Even the most negative person on earth who want to be inspired. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those kind of songs that you don't even need to listen to the music behind it. You just need to listen to the words.
Right.
It's wonderful.
Now, it's not every time an artist would come up and talk about his colleague. Tell me, what is it about Olga that makes, her singing different? What distinguishes her from other singers?
Okay, she sings, her voice is like the kind of an artist from the Western world. You know what I mean?
Right.
Most of the Western artists sing the way she sings. You know what I'm saying? But her mixing the pidgin in her song, that is the part that really catches me. Like mixing the pidgin in her song, but still stays true to her roots and her still stays I don't know how to put it, but it's one of those songs, one of those artists that she's so amazing. Her voice is wonderful. You know what I mean? Her voice is wonderful, and singing in pidgin with that kind of voice, you can't beat that. Seriously, you can't beat that.
Right. So, have you had the opportunity to speak with her?
No, I've never spoken to her. Never spoken to her. Like I said, I just left a comment on her video. That was it. I haven't yet spoken to her personally. That's
right.
it. But I'm gonna look, make some time and call her up and really talk to her. Because she's an inspiration. She's an inspiration.
Right. Now, without necessarily being a prophet, what do you think her future could be?
Well, I think she's going to go very far. She's going to go very far. I mean, she's going to go very far. That's all I can say. She's going to move mountains. I'm telling you. She's going to move mountains. Her style of music, you don't hear that much out there. And her style is amazing. I mean, she's going to go far. I can say this from today till tomorrow. Seriously. She's that good to me. I'm telling you.
Right.
She's that good.
His name is Vumumse, Cameroonian gospel music artist based in the United States of America, whose single Move It has been hitting the headlines. But then Vumumse is on Apex One Radio today to talk about some other person who is also talented. We're talking about Olga. Now, just before you leave us, Vumumse, Olga is listening to you right now. I would like you to speak with her. I would like you to say something to her.
Hey, wow. Hey, little sister. I know, man, you are amazing. You are an amazing artist. I'm telling you, the world is your stage. I'm telling you, the world is your stage. It's just a matter of time. Your voice is amazing. Your music is amazing. You are great. I mean, you are great. Like I said, I haven't spoken to you personally, which I'm going to, make some time and talk to you. But seriously, keep doing what you are doing. You are doing very good. Like, you're doing extremely good. Very few I've not seen artists. Your style is amazing. Your music is amazing. And also talk of the video. I know you didn't actually make the video, but the video is on point. I mean, if you can silence the music behind it, even what you're saying, if you can silence that and just watch the video, you can tell what that video is saying. You know what I mean? So please don't stop. Keep on doing what you're doing. I love your music. I love your style. I've seen other music, I've listened to other songs out there, but to me, I would say this is one of the best songs of 2016. To me, period. That's just my opinion, because it's very inspiring. Seriously, I'm not just saying because I'm saying what I know. I've done music for more than 20 years. I know. I can tell you.
Your voice is amazing. Your music is amazing. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing. His name is Vumumse, running off this radio conversation. I want to thank you so much, Vumumse, for joining us on this special show, Zooming on Olga.
No problem. You're welcome. Always good to talk to you.
Have a nice time, and bye for now.
Thank you. Bye.
Baby, you lost again tonight. Maybe this is not your fight. See now, you go to cry all night. I'm sorry. I told you you're not good enough. Hey, not them be a god, baby. They don't know your dream within you now. I stand strong, I saw you there. And anyway, they try for broke me, but I stand strong.
You're listening.
You were just listening there to Vumumse, Cameroonian frontline gospel artist who resides in Michigan, United States of America. And of course, he had his own story about Olga, our heroine. On the show this morning, we have another listener, Yolanda in Arlington, Texas. She writes, "Good morning, Apex One Radio. I want to thank Vumumse for vehicling my thoughts about Olga. She is a great singer." Thank you so much, Yolanda. Let's go back to Cameroon, where Olga has now joined us again. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you.
Okay, so you just listened there to Vumumse, Cameroonian gospel music artist in the United States. Your reaction?
Wow. He left me speechless. I didn't know a lot of that. He said it's the first time he's ever had to change his, put somebody's, the cover art on his social media site.
Right.
That's so nice. Thank you so much. And I got his reaction also about the music and what he thought about it and how inspiring it is. Thank you so much, Vumumse. Wow.
All right, same question like I did for Missy BK. If you have the opportunity of working with Vumumse, would you go for it?
Yep, I will. Actually, I'm open to working with creative Cameroonian artists, with creative artists in general, but especially Cameroonian artists, because it's my zone, it's my domain, and if we grow together, then we grow stronger. So I'm open for collaborations with skilled Cameroonian artists.
Now, Olga, tell me, your strength is vocal. How did it come about?
Yes. I can't play any instrument, and I'm a perfectionist. So I'm always thinking, it's always in my mind that if you have to do something, you have to do it well. And so I try every day to use my voice to the best of its capacity, because that's also a musical instrument. So I'm always conscious of the fact that I have to do it as good as I can.
Do you train your voice? And if you do, how do you do that?
I train my voice every day. I have vocal lessons, which I downloaded online, and I use those to train myself. And sometimes if I get the opportunity to meet vocal trainers, professionals, I always make sure I ask for any little tips that they could give me, which would help me get even better at the vocals, make my vocals better.
Now, I'm going to ask you this impromptu. Usually it comes at the end of every radio conversation, but midway, in our conversation, I'm going to ask you to do it for me. Could you just give us an a cappella of Stand Strong? Because I said your strength is vocal, and some people may not understand what I mean. So just give us an a cappella. Let's try to measure this strength we've been talking about.
A cappella.
We are ready. We are all yes. Go ahead.
Okay.
Olga.
I stand strong, I saw it. And anyway, they try to grow me, but I stand strong. And anyway, I get ahead. They try to grow me, but I stand strong. I saw it. And anyway,
so beautiful.
they try
So
to
beautiful.
grow
What
me,
a
but I
soul-searching
stand strong.
voice.
I saw it.
Olga, thank you so much. We'll come
There
back
it is.
we'll come back to another a cappella before we run off this radio conversation. Now, are you being contacted? Are you being contacted by other artists for featuring or collaboration, whatever you call it?
Yep. A lot of them saw the song and the video, and they're so impressed. And so I've had a lot of persons proposing music to me, proposing collaborations, and we are in the works for most of that. And I'm working on all of that.
That's beautiful. Okay, Olga, don't go away. I'm going to ask you to stand by for just a couple of seconds. Time for us to prepare the ground and talk about this single, which happens to be one of your strong points in your music career. It's been it's been so wonderfully accepted. I'm talking about Stand Strong.
Okay. All right.
Dance for day, I see you. They told you you're not meant for this. Not true. Why you the foxy for me? Who call you? They don't know your dream within you. I stand strong.
Released just a couple of weeks ago, Stand Strong has stood very strong as one of the most soul-searching and captivating pieces in 2016. And of course, we're receiving the artist live on APEX1 Radio this day. Olga is her name. Soul-searching voice, beautiful melody, meaningful message sent across through this beautiful piece of music. I call it a masterpiece. Stand Strong on Apex One Radio. You're listening to Zoom on Olga. Welcome back to the show, Olga. Now, tell me, Olga, what have people been telling you about this song? What has been the feedback from the audience?
The feedback for Stand Strong has been crazy. It's been positive all the way through. Of course, I've had a few people who say it can be better, which I totally accept. But for now, a lot of people tell me they can relate to it and they love the words and that it actually has inspired them to stand strong in whatever situation they find themselves in.
Right. I was going to ask you about the story behind this song. The song is just as strong as the message you are trying to drive across. So could you be explicit on that? What are you talking about in this song?
Stand Strong. It's about a person, girl or boy, who keeps failing no matter how hard they try. And worst of all, the people around them are not encouraging. They keep just telling them, you should give up because this is not meant for you. We live in a place, maybe it's just Cameroon, I don't know, but in a world where if you fail, you have more people condemning you. But, you have to succeed generally on your own. If you fail, they're like, I told you you're going to fail, And so I went through a period like that where I kept failing. I felt like I was a consistent failure. And those unfortunately who were around me at the moment, or maybe those who have always been around me, I just kept hearing the words, like, you can't succeed in this thing. I've already told you it's not your kind of stuff. I basically wrote word for word the kinds of things people were telling me. It's like, you're not meant for this, just give it up, forget, focus on something else, And all of those things. When I wrote the song, I had been looking for a way to inspire myself. And so I wrote it down because I said somebody else might be going through this and it might help the person be stronger. So that's the idea.
Right. So where is the song recorded and under what label?
The song was recorded at DJ Pago's studio, the big compound. It's found at Douala right now. So that's where I worked with him on that.
Okay.
And he's great. He's awesome when it comes to music production.
How long did it take you to complete this project?
Stand Strong. I wrote Stand Strong in just a day, funny enough. But the entire project, from writing right up to release, it took me about 6 months to a year. Yeah, almost a year. Because writing the song was the easiest part. Since it was something I was going through, it just came on the spot. I wrote it down and I got it recorded. But doing the video took me a lot of time because the people I was working with were not in the same place. They were spread out all over Cameroon, and so different schedules, different timetables. Trying to put all of that together took us quite some time.
Right.
So it took
I'm talking about the
almost a year
video.
to bring it out.
I'm talking about the video. Where was it shot and who directed it?
The video was shot in Bamenda. It was shot at Sabga Hill, at Poncha Street, at the technical school, which is called Canada in Bamenda. We shot it, there. The directors, there is Chuzi Herbert, there's Yonka Herbert, yes, they are both called Herbert, and
Right.
there's Shashan Dinglo.
That would have taken
person.
that would have taken you and the crew a while to put everything together.
Excuse me?
How long did it take you to put the package together? I'm talking about the video.
Yeah, it took us almost 6 months.
Wow.
Just the video took us almost 6 months, yeah. Because we wanted everything just right, the right location. We were looking at the weather. We wanted particular. The directors they're really great. They had specific ideas of what they wanted. They were like, we have to do it, the sun has to be like this, and this weather has to be like that, and
Right.
the place has to be this. So we were waiting always for the right time, and we got it. We got what we were looking for.
Okay. Beautiful Olga is her name. She is the heroine of the day on Apex One Radio. We have this comment coming from someone who is also quite involved in music. Her name is Marie Ndapkwe. Marie is the manager of the Sea Boys. She's listening to us from Minnesota. And she writes, very strong message in Stand Strong. Love the concept. The video is very good. Keep it up, Olga, and thanks Apex One Radio for introducing me to this great young artist. So that is from Marie Ndakwe, the manager and producer of the Sea Boys. Any reaction to that, Olga?
Oh, wow. Wow. Thank you so much, Marie. I'm grateful. I hope we get to talk soon.
Beautiful.
I hope we get to talk soon. Just as the manager of a group, I know you have a lot that I could learn from. I'll be happy to speak with you.
Beautiful. Okay, so Olga, I'm going to ask you again to catch your breath, and time for us to listen to some other person, some other artist who knows a little bit more about you, because she happens to come from your family. We're talking about Ruth Kweti. She is a frontline Cameroonian actress. So Olga, I'll be with you. Right ahead.
Baby, you lost again today. Maybe it's not your place, this game. See how your friend they dance for day. They see you. Yeah. They told you you're not meant for this.
We keep standing strong. What a beautiful piece of music. Soul searching, and of course, it's reaching you from Apex One Radio. We are zooming on one of Cameroon's frontline contemporary artists. Her name, Olga. And like I said earlier on, Olga is being endorsed by scores of other Cameroonian artists, one of whom is her sibling, Ruth Kweti. She is a Cameroonian actress who now joins us from Cameroon to talk about the artist Olga. Ruth, welcome to the show.
Hi, Ernest. Thank you for having me today.
How are you today?
I'm very good. We're just working hard and preparing for the 25th.
That's beautiful. And so, Ruth, you are Olga's sister, and we're happy to have you on the airwaves to talk about this artist. Now, tell me, when you sit back and watch Olga on screen, on stage, or wherever she's doing what she knows how to do best, tell me, how do you feel as a sibling of this artist?
I'm super proud of her because she's worked so hard to come up to the level at which she is. And starting like so small, singing in school and singing where like anybody's going to let her sing in the studio, wherever. It's been a long journey, and this is actually what she's always wanted to do. So when I see her on stage and I see people respond to her, it's so exciting, and I'm literally her number one fan because I'll be cheering till I lose my voice. So it's more like so much pride I feel when I see her.
Right. Now, tell me, when you were growing up with your sister, did she at any point notice any signs that she could be what she is today? And did you notice these signs in her as well?
I'm kind of in the house. Like, both of us are very artistic, and we're very expressive as well. And she is most expressive in music. And I think normally Cameroon, being the conventional kind of people we are, we expected that, okay, this is a passion, but you have something else you're doing. So we never actually at one time thought, oh, it was going to be a career move for her. But it was always like a hope. I always wish she would do that because that's like the one thing that made her really, really happy. So I was looking at it, I was a little skeptical, but I was hoping as well that we're going to have the opportunity to see her actually push through and shine through to continue to do what she wants to do.
Was she being encouraged in any way by the family to pursue her dreams in music?
Yeah, my mom especially will literally put her on every platform to sing. Like, if there's guests in the house, we have to put on a show. If we go to church on Christmas Eve, we have to sing. This, like, not singing means embarrassing your family. So she has to sing all the time. So my parents are very supportive of that. And they'll do this back and forth in the house on saying who is the one who has the gift of singing, that pass it down to my sister. So it's actually very encouraging. Everybody tries to push her song right now is everybody's ringtone. So it's that kind of way that we try to support everybody in the family. Like, everybody comes together. It's kind of like a one for all for one kind of situation where everybody stands behind her to push her to the best she can go.
Right. And so this dream turned into reality. It actually came to pass. So when she became a professional, singer, how did the family react, and how has the family been feeling since then?
It was more like it's about time kind of reaction, because we saw her potential and we just wanted the whole world to see what we saw in her. So her being getting professional about it and being at a level at which she is, we actually released now that other people can actually enjoy the good product that she has, because we've been enjoying it all our life, and it's been amazing that other people can have it as well. So it's literally not changed a lot. She's still my sister. We still have the bickering in the house, and when she comes over, we do like the regular chores and everything. But she on stage is Olga the singer, Olga the artist, and then she comes home and she's my sister. So we kind of like try to put that balance because she works a lot. She works too hard in a way that we don't want to have her stressing when she comes back home. So at home is the usual house dynamics. Then when she's out there, it's her on stage with her fans who are supporting.
Right. Do you find time to visit her in studio or when she's shooting a video, for instance? How does she perform behind the scenes?
Oh, Olga is rigorous. Like, when she's in the studio, I try not to bug her, but I try to go to the studio like once in a while when I'm available or when I'm around her, because we're in two different cities. So when I take time to visit, I tend to go to the studio sometimes, and I try not to interrupt her because she's so professional, and she'll get embarrassed if you try to like interrupt or like you disturb a little bit in the studio. It's kind of like it's a reputation kind of thing where she doesn't want to have a bad reputation of not being professional. So we have to go, when we go there, we have to act like so civilized, so professional, and not disturb anybody. But when I see her work, she is like so hands-on on her product. Like she writes her song when you're composing it, when you're like putting the beats and everything. She has an input in it and tells you that, oh, I want it to go higher here or lower here, or the tempo is a little, like pick it up or slow it down. So she's pretty much very hands-on from the audio, when the engineers working on it, or even when she's doing her music videos. Like, she'll tell them, okay, this is the kind of idea I want, because this is the kind of person I want, and this is the kind of brand I'm working towards. So she's pretty much very hands-on on all her work. She has a look she wants to go for. She has a sound she wants to sound like, and the image she wants everybody to see. So she's pretty much very, very professional.
Ruth Kweti is one of Cameroon's frontline actresses. Ain, she's speaking from Cameroon about Olga, whom we are zooming on in this special edition on APEX1 Radio. Now, Ruth, tell me, which of her songs can you be caught listening to all the time? And have you ever told her about this favorite song?
The thing with Olga is that every song I hear becomes my favorite. One thing is, I'm not being biased, but every time I hear a new song is my favorite. And so right now, Stand Strong is like everything I want to hear. Like, every time I'll try to put it on everybody's ringtone. I'll literally switch it. I edited it to have a ringtone, and every time it's on my ringtone, it's on my sister's ringtone, it's on a couple of my friends' ringtones, and I'll play it everywhere I am because I just want to be listening to it. It's so amazing. And she has a couple of songs in the work at the moment, and I listened to one, and I told her I want this out, and she's like, it's not ready. I'm like, are you kidding me? Because everything, I think it's like every time she does something other than what she's done before, it's on another level. So I think she like just keeps getting better and better. And everything I hear is so beautiful. It's hard to choose one. So I just decided I'm going to fall in love with the latest one. I keep falling in love with the next one, and I cannot even make a choice anymore.
It's been a couple of weeks since she released Stand Strong, and the feedback has really been positive. What is your own appraisal of this latest single?
I actually appreciate the fact that Stand Strong has gotten the kind of buzz it's getting. And it's an amazing song where it even came at a bad period where people were a little depressed in the country. There's a lot of things going on. And Stand Strong just came in and relieved people a lot. It's an uplifting song. And even if she gave me the rights to it, she gave me the rights to the song, and it's a soundtrack now for a short film that I'm talking about domestic violence and trying to like bring people up. So it's actually relatable in every situation, because there's no one time in your life where you cannot want to be encouraged. And Stand Strong is that song that when you're feeling down, you listen to it. When you're feeling upbeat, you listen to it. So it's like an every mood kind of song that you can go with. And she knows that, and she tells me I'm always flattering her, but that's the truth, because she brings out amazing products. And right now, I don't even think that enough people have heard the song. I want more people to listen to the song, because it's not every time that we get this kind of good quality product.
It's not every time that we get this kind of good quality product. Let more people listen to Stand Strong, Olga's latest single. You're listening to Zoom on Olga. Now, Ruth, I'm going to ask this takeaway question, which may sound really funny, but then I think I should ask it. I understand that actors are stoic and can get into any role. Now, would you accept an invitation by Olga to add your voice in her song, if that hasn't happened yet?
I will very much accept that kind of invitation, because Olga and I obviously, I'm not a singer like Olga. That's the truth. But we used to do this when we were growing up. We had this back and forth thing. We always sing duets wherever we are. And funny thing that happened was one time we were together just before she recorded Stand Strong, and I was like, I should be on your album. And she laughed so hard. She thought I was kidding. And she laughed so hard, and I felt so bad. But like looking at it, and she told me, okay, someday I'm going to put you on one song. It doesn't even matter which one, but I'm going to put you on one song. And it'll be an exciting thing to do, because we've not done that in a long time. We used to do that as kids. And it'll be good to have that kind of dynamic again. I miss my sister like going back and forth and singing, because I'm acting and she's singing, so it's two different poles right now. And it'll be so much fun to come back together. Like we started already with Stand Strong being the soundtrack for my film. So it'll be amazing to do the back and forth and come back together and work again together.
Beautiful. And so, Ruth, Olga is listening to you right now, and I would like you to talk to your sister.
Hey, Olga, this is Ruby here, your little sister. So I want to let you know, if you don't already know, or I know you know your self-worth, but you're an amazing person, an amazing singer, super talented, and you are going to reach the top of the world. And I'm going to...
Beautiful. Ruth, thank you so much for adding your voice this show. I want to wish you all the best.
Baby, you lost again tonight. Maybe this is not your fight. See now, you go to cry all night. I'm sorry. Told you you're not good enough. Hey, not them be a god, baby. They don't know your dream within you now. I stand strong, I saw it there. I'm letting weak. They try for broke me, but I stand strong.
So lovely when his sister is talking to Another sister, so loving, soul searching. I begin to get emotional when I listen to stuff like this. Olga, welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you.
You just listened there to Ruth. Tell me, how do you feel about that?
Oh my God. I'm like, oh, thank you, Rudy. I did know most of what she told you because we talk a lot, as she said, when we're back home, it's just sister time, family time. So I didn't know of that. And yes, it was interesting actually to hear her point of view, like when she's talking to another person, because, one could tell you something, but when you realize it's actually the same thing you could tell every other person, you're like, oh, wow, so it's actually like this. So it's really touching. Wow.
Beautiful.
I am moved.
She's moved. And I'm going to ask you this question. In our conversation, I sought to find out from Ruth if she would readily accept an invitation from you to feature in one of her songs. And she said she's looking forward to that. She can't wait. Okay, now I'm going to I'm going to put I'm going to put mine this way. Now, Ruth is an artist. She's an actress, and she's a producer as well. And she's going to write more films and shoot them. Now, if in one of her movies she invites you to come pick up a role, would you go for it?
I've never really thought about acting.
Okay.
But I guess in the future, yes, why not? I watched. She just did. She started her own movie.
Right.
And I already saw what she could do, and she's really good at what she does. So. Maybe in the future, why not? Never say never.
The title of that movie is Idu. We are looking forward to watching that movie. Music and films,
movies.
Are cousins.
Yeah.
These are related disciplines, and I know you can easily get into a role. If it's a musical, for instance, you can do that perfectly. Well, we're looking forward to seeing that happen. Okay, Olga, we are negotiating the last band of this radio talk. Let us look at the music industry in your country. How would you assess the music industry in Cameroon? What is your appreciation of this industry?
The music industry in Cameroon is underrated. It's so underrated. There is so much good talent. There are so many talented people available, but you don't see their work going far because the general environment of the country does not promote music. And so people do just the best they can. So I think the music world needs help in Cameroon, for real.
What are some of the challenges you face as a young musician in Cameroon?
Finance, because it's very expensive to do quality projects. So it's finance that's one of the biggest obstacles. Opportunities, because for you to get your stuff out there, you need to get it on TV and social media. People have to see it. But in the country, it's not really the case. You don't have a lot of radio stations here that are focused just on promoting music. You don't have a lot of TV stations that are focused just on promoting talent. So you kind of have to fight your way, like next to the nearest series or radio or news podcast. So there's no platform that actually encourages talent in the country.
Right. So apparently your heart beats more towards slows. Why this choice and not the hot hip hop which you get from a lot of other young artists these days?
I actually can do the faster songs. I have written a few which would surprise a lot of people. But I'm more comfortable, yes, in the Sowa song. So since it was the first impression, I wanted to just, this is purely me. So I wanted to just get what the people thought about my song, Olga music itself, yes.
Beautiful. Olga, we are about to run off this radio talk, but just before you leave us, I would like us to quickly look at a few things. Now, if you are not in the studio recording, if you are not on the field shooting a video, what else could you be doing? What else could you be caught doing? What are your hobbies?
My hobbies, reading, tourism, visiting new places, cooking. Actually, cooking is a hobby to me. I like discovering new meals, and attending concerts. That's actually a hobby. Just going to anywhere where there's live music and appreciating the talent there. That is it.
Beautiful. I know you come from a part of Cameroon where achu is a delicacy. So is that your favorite?
Yep.
Is that your favorite delicacy? Tell me.
I don't even know if I have a favorite delicacy. I'm such a fan of African food, especially if it has vegetables included. So, yes, achu should be the only one which doesn't have vegetables, but which I'm also such a fan of. I can't be in the Northwest region, for example, and eat anything other than achu or maybe corn or something. I'm a fan of all our traditional meals here.
Beautiful. All right, that's great. So we have these comments still coming in. This one is from Princess Damaris. She is a Cameroonian gospel music artist based in Columbus, Ohio, United States of America. She writes, "Stand strong.
Okay.
Never give up on your dreams because of people who know nothing about the grace you carry. People may tell you that you haven't started yet. Some may make you feel miserable with your decision. But I tell you, Olga, the more the critics, the wider the space for amazing expansion." That is Princess Damaris writing to you, Olga.
Thank you so much, Princess Damaris. I will definitely listen to that.
Beautiful.
I will.
Okay. So, tell me, do you have anyone you consider as your role model?
My mother.
Okay, that's good.
Yes, she is one of the strongest people I know. She's dynamic. She can turn 100 francs to 100,000 francs within 2 days.
That's
honestly.
beautiful.
So yes, so if there's one person on planet Earth I would love to be like, it's like my mom. Honestly. Hands down.
That's great. All right, Olga, I want us to do this real quick. Olga. I'm going to cite some names, and I would like you to say something very brief about them. Okay, he is one of Cameroon's frontline urban artists. He's quite popular, loved by so many these days. His name is Loco.
Locomotive. Whoa, that guy is something else when it comes to songwriting. Every time he releases a song, I'm like, how did he get this inspiration? I love his writing, his style of writing, and he's got great vocals.
That's great.
Stuff.
All right.
Yes.
This is a young guy I met in this M1 studio in Molikobo a couple of years ago, and I saw this guy coming. Today he has hit the apex.
Yeah.
His name is Salatial. Salatial.
Salatiel. Yes, exactly what you said. He started right down there from M1 climbing up, and he has like, in fact, that guy doesn't have a limit for real. He's so creative. He's so open. He's always trying new things, always wanting to experiment more. He's one person that you realize wants to bring out as much of the talent in him as possible, and I really, really respect that. I love that about him.
Right, so this other guy is such an amazing talent. You can't talk music in Cameroon today without mentioning his name, Mr. Leo.
Mr. Leo. Mr. Leo, oh my God. That is one of my favorite artists in Cameroon. Like, if Mr. Leo is in a song, guaranteed I'm going to listen to it. I love, for real. Like, if I just say, Mr. Leo feature, I'm like, yeah, okay, just download it, give me.
Right.
Just like, so. I love his music feeling. He has a way of transmitting what the words, the feeling behind the words of the song into the song. So when you're listening to it, you actually kind of forget that it's just a song and you get into the music itself. And you're like, oh. So he brings out emotion when he sings, and I absolutely love that. Yes.
Right.
I'm such a fan.
Beautiful. Okay, Olga, we've just received this very strong message coming from Cameroonian artist based in the United States. His name is Mokambe. He's based in Michigan. And Mokambe writes about you. An individual with a clearly visualized dream backed by God fears no obstacles. That is what he writes about Stand Strong. An individual with a clearly visualized dream backed by God fears no obstacle. You had action to that quickly.
Yeah, he's definitely correct. God is the basis, the foundation, the show point. If you are standing on him, then you can go as high as anything.
Beautiful.
That's the basis.
Right.
Yeah.
Olga, I want to thank you so much for joining us on APEX1 Radio this day. Just before you leave us, if you have a word of advice to those young girls who are looking up to you, who also want to become musicians like you, what would you tell them?
Aspiring young girls, what I could say is it's not at all easy. First of all, trying to do music. And then when you're a girl, there's the added, pressure of the sex, sometimes sexist situations you could encounter, people who might want you to give them sex as well. Different kinds of, they have different requests in order to be able to help you in the music. The only thing I could say is be focused on what you want, and remember that your brain is the most important, so that you're more focused on letting them listen to what you have inside and actually just looking at what your body shows. To the girls, I'm just going to say that, like, they should just not give up. Forget about all the people who think it's about body and just focus. Yeah.
Don't give up. Just focus and you make it big. Her name is Olga. Want to thank you so much, Olga. Is there anything which we did not talk about on this show which you think that we should mention just before we leave, Olga?
Well, I would just like to add actually we've spoken about almost everything, but the video, I really would like to give a special shout out to the directors. They were really amazing. It was the first video for me, so there was a lot I didn't know, but they were patient and they were great at what they did, and they listened, and so I'm particularly happy with the team I worked with.
Right.
So
when is your next single dropping?
My next single, hopefully by June next year.
Okay.
I'm already working on it. I'm already almost done with it.
Beautiful. And if there are people who've been listening to us and may like to get in touch with the artist or work with Olga, how can they reach you?
Facebook. I'm active on social media. You should just write to me on Facebook through Messenger, and I'm going to receive it. Or they write to me by email, olgankofficial@gmail.com. Yeah.
Okay, Olga.
Olga NK, yeah.
We want to wish you a fantastic 2017. Thank you so much, and kudos to you. You've been doing great, and we just want to congratulate you on the great work you are doing, Olga.
Thank you so much for inviting me, and thanks to everybody who sent their comments and the listeners. I am so grateful for real.
Thank you. And do have a fantastic rest of the day out there.
They don't know your dream within you. Hey.
I stand strong, I saw it, and anyway.
Standing strong with Olga. We are wrapping up this great show on APEX1 Radio. Special thanks to you, Vomomse. Thank you so much, Missy BK. And our special thanks to Ruth Kweti. The three of you made this show tick. And of course, moral support came from Miss G. The show was produced from Valsuch, Switzerland by Maxel Aji. Monitored by the entire APEX1 Radio team, and of course hosted in the studio by Ernest Kanjo. Thanks so much for listening, and to have a fantastic rest of the Tuesday. Bye for now.
You go to cry all night. I'm sorry. Hey.